it just so happened that Poppy's at my mum's this weekend as well, so if I had both of them, there'd be no way I'd be able to film, but it's just one of them and she's finally laid down to sleep. So anyway, this video is going to be a video showing you my empties and my refills / haul. It's kind of like a beauty skincare haul video. Let me just get a little bit of water. I had a Contigo bottle with a straw and I cleaned it out every single week properly, and it's still got black mold in it, so it had to go the journey, and I've started using this. I keep putting it in the dishwasher by accident so that the outer coating is coming out, but I did learn the reason they say to not put this in the dishwasher isn't necessarily because the outer bit, like the paint, comes off. It's because you can ruin the vacuum seal inside. So I'm hoping it still keeps water freezing cold all night if I go to bed with like freezing water, or if I have a hot drink it still works. I don't think I've ruined it, so I need to remember not to put it in the dishwasher. Okay. So I've been decluttering. I say I've been decluttering. You probably wouldn't know because I haven't uploaded the videos I've recorded. Oh, I'm a poor excuse for YouTuber. I've recorded a lot of videos. They're all sat on my laptop. I have to edit them and put them up. I tried to do some like short, real TikTok type ones, and I just didn't keep an eye on what video was what, and now I've got all this footage and all this audio and I have no idea what goes where. I'm going to try and get on top of it, but I've been decluttering, and I'm pretty much, I'm not sure if you can tell, like there's a lot behind me, but there's a lot less stuff behind me than there was originally. Like my office, my mum came into my office the other week and she was like, it's empty, and I'm like, that's how I want it to be. I am letting my little minimalist heart run wild in my house, and it's so nice to have empty spaces, empty cupboards, empty shelves. Like sometimes I think there's this thing of, if there's an empty wall, what are you gonna hang on it? There's an empty cupboard, what are you gonna put in it? My empty spaces are remaining empty, and if there is something that I need to put in it eventually, that's fine. I did just get a brand new fan. It was from Amazon, and we don't have air conditioning in England. We have them in certain places, but in our homes air conditioning is not standard. We don't need it. But there's like 4 or 5 nights in the middle of the summer where it is unbearably hot. The sun has heated up our house, the bricks have turned the house into an oven, and it is very hot, and I like to sleep with a fan on, and my current pedestal fan is so loud, so I've got a new one and it's a silent fan, and on the lowest setting I can have that right next to my head. It's practically silent. So now I need like a permanent little place for that. It's currently there, but I'm going to put it in its box. I'm only going to use it like during the summer months, and then it's going to go away in the winter. But you know, if I have an empty space, that's the kind of thing I can put in it. Anyway, always getting off topic. I decided this time I would be ruthless with what I was getting rid of, with everything. And one of the things I'm rather proud of, I have held on to them specifically to make a video, but makeup just knocked everything over. So this is by Benefit, and this is Cocoa Tint. I cannot use this to save my life. I have not figured out how to do it. Put it on my cheeks and then rub it in so it's lovely and like a natural blush. When I put a dot on, that's it, it's stained that dot. And I think possibly it's because my skin is dry, and when I put them little dots on, it just soaks it up and stains my skin. I think I probably needed a better base, like a more moisturising base to put this on. Anyway, I've kind of gone off the idea of this. I put a very, very light dusting of whatever blusher I use, I can't remember, and I don't wear anything on my lips. I've never worn lipstick, and I've reached the point now in my life where when I have lipstick on, I feel so overdone. Like any form of colour on my lips, and I'm like, whoa, where am I going to? And I hate it. I really hate colour on my lips. I've tried this, and I think for the past 3 years, I'm like, oh, I'll just put some pink on my lips, and immediately, I'm like, nope, can't do that. So I've got no use for this. So that's going the journey. And because of the price of it, I always held on to it. But I'm like, I've already spent the money buying it. You can't really. I know there are certain places you can donate makeup to, but when it's old and it's used, I mean, this is years old, I wouldn't donate this to anyone. This would just have to go in the bin. Hands up. Anyone who has the following product/products. Who's had or still got the Naked palette? During the pandemic, I didn't wear makeup. There's a lot of things I didn't do during the pandemic. I didn't wear makeup. I didn't wear a bra. I didn't use perfume because I wasn't going anywhere. And it's so weird how those things have stuck. So I quite often go out and I haven't put any perfume on because I forgot about it. I probably wear a bra once a month. Not wearing one now because it's so comfortable without one. And I've just bought myself a pack of 3 like crop tops, really comfortable soft crop tops, just on those occasions where I kind of have to wear a bra because I'm just wearing a thin t-shirt or whatever. And the other thing I didn't do was wear eyeshadow, and I've kind of fallen out of love with eyeshadow. I personally find it ages me quite a lot. I've tried putting it on my eyes like a smoky eye. Any sort of eyeshadow I put dark stuff on my eyes, it makes me look way older. And I've got quite like deep set eyes. If I put an eyeshadow and open my eye, it kind of disappears anyway. But I've got these hanging around, and I bought a palette from Number 7, and it's just a nude palette. It's got like 5 colours in, ranging from a very pale creamy beige to a semi-dark brown, and that is all I'll ever wear if I wear eyeshadow currently. And I think since April 2022, if I ever put any eye stuff on, it's by Fenty, and it's the Diamond Bomb. I've got some on now, you probably can't see it, and it's like a tiny little silver glitter, and I stick that on and that's me done. So I figured it was time to get rid of these. I'll show you which colours I've obviously gone for. You'll each have, if you've got these, you'll have the ones where it's like, that is the colour I went for. So these are the ones I used. Half Baked, Booty Call, a little bit of Chopper, Tease, that was my favourite, Suspect, and the other ones were too like cool. I preferred warmer ones, and I haven't really, what's that Busted? I can't really see in this light. Busted, I think it's called. And then I used a tiny bit of black every time I wanted to do like an eyeline. But when I did eyeliner in going in the bin. And then this one I bought for a wedding because I was doing my own makeup. And the wedding was... When was the wedding? Was a wedding like 9-10 years ago? How old does it make that one then? Oh lordy, if this one's 9-10 year old, how old is this one? Anyway, I definitely think I used the first one. I think the second one I might have scraped out. But yeah, they were a pinky type colour and they were great for the wedding, but then I found myself never really wanting to do a kind of pinky rose coloured makeup. There is a dark side which is more of a purpley one I've used, and then there was a light pink, but again you can buy these in singles, like unless you're a makeup artist or really into doing loads of different things with makeup. I don't know anyone who would get through all of those colours because there's just stuff that just isn't you. So again, I have been holding on to these just because, and I'm like, I will never reach for these again. But there was something in me that I was like, no, I've got to keep them. And for some reason this time around, getting like decluttering, I've been able to get rid of them. I realised that I'm never going to use them, and although I'm essentially throwing money out, I've already outlaid that money, I've already spent that money. Just because I've spent that money on these 10-15 years ago, why do I still need to hold on to them? I'm parting ways with them. I'm going to put them in the bin right now. Where's the bin? It's over here. So that's something I managed to get rid of and won't be replacing. Something I'm very into now. This stuff. So this is Child's Farm Moisturiser. It's fragrance free, it's suitable for sensitive skin, and it may be safe for people with eczema. Dermatologist approved. It's for newborn and upwards. I love this stuff. This is like my 4th one. They've changed the bottle. They no longer have this type of bottle. I keep this and top it up because this is great for my office. The other ones are like, you know, the upside down squeezy ones. And I have one of those in my bedside table and it lays on its side. So right before bed, every single night I have to moisturise my hands because I can't sleep with dry hands. And I'm obviously, as it's being laid on its side, I'm like trying to squeeze it out. It's making that awful noise, and Christian's like, I don't think there's anything left, and I'm like, there definitely is. It's not where I need it to be. So I bought these, and these are actually travel ones. These are squeezy travel bottle set from Boots. A couple of quid, I think. And you can screw the cap off totally. Hold on, I'll show you with an empty one. So it's got a lid like that, nice and squeezy top there, and then you can just put shampoos, conditioners, whatever you want in there. So with what was left of the hand cream, I poured it in there. And then this lives in my bedside drawer, but standing up, and it's great. It doesn't like squeeze out too much. It's been perfect. So I'm going to buy a couple more bottles because I found I hate scented stuff. I'm really not a fan of scented stuff, especially on my face. But this has been the first cream that's really agreed with me. I like the texture. I like the fact it's fragrance free. It soaks in and it does the job. And I have tried a lot of body lotions and things, and I am just finishing my L'Occitane shea butter. There was a really nice shea butter and I put it on this morning to try and use it up. It's very nice, very thick, doesn't soak in though. So I have to like pull my clothes on. It's quite sticky, so when I'm having a day at home I'll just put something on to like, I'm gonna see if it's soaked into my leg. No, I've still got the residue, so I'm using it up, but I won't be replacing that. I'm usually a massive fan of L'Occitane, and it's very nice, but there's no soaking in at all with that. Sun cream SPF. I have been trying to find for years and years, I've been trying to find an SPF for your face. Because you know when you go on holiday, you put your SPF on and then you put the SPF for your body on your face and you break out because it's heavy. You've probably rubbed your body and got all the bacteria and grease. You might be like having a few French fries or whatever, and then it's probably not the cream, it's probably just the dirt. But even if you wash your hands and just put it on your face, it was always too heavy. And every time I came back from holiday, I had spots on my face and it was always a cream. Eventually, companies started to come out with high SPF, like you can get face cream with 15 SPF in. This was years ago, I'm talking. But you couldn't get like a factor 50 or a factor 30 or anything. Eventually, companies are like, hey, this is like a skin cream with the SPF factor in. So this I've really been enjoying. This is Garnier Ambrosole Anti-Dryness Super UV. I do like this. It's got a very faint scent to it, a very faint sun cream scent. Doesn't leave a white cast, which is what all the sun creams, you put them on and they were so thick. And I'm a very pale skinned person, so this was a nice one. Like this is factor 50, but it was very, you could tell I had sun cream on my face. It was very heavy. I look very glossy. The other one I've been using is the La Roche-Posay Aqua Gel, and this is SPF 30. Again, really like this one. Other than the scent, it's a very strong smell. This one is like a gel. It's like a blue gel goes on. It's nice, quite strong smell though, which I don't love on my face. Soaks in, and this is a nice cream. However, the price of this is really expensive, I think. I'm not one to be like paying 60-70 quid for one cream. I'm still in the lower range of things. The majority of the stuff I buy is The Ordinary. So if a cream's like 40-50 quid, I'm like, I'm not paying that. And I think when I originally bought this, it was like 15-20 quid, and then I went to buy it again, it was 35 quid, and I just thought, that's too expensive for such a small cream. In Steps, the new thing I'm trying. So if you follow any kind of beauty or skincare trends, you will know, is it Beauty of Joseon? Joseon. This is the Korean skincare, and this is rice and probiotics. It's SPF 50. And I've used this a couple of times and I really like it. So it leaves a very, very light sheen on your skin, like a dewy look, rather than you've got a really thick look on your skin. It's more of a dewy look. I don't think it's got a scent to it. Make sure I've not got a scent on this. And no smell to it at all. And this is more of a cream with a high SPF, and that's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like an SPF for your face, it feels like a cream with a high SPF in, which which is why I love it. There's no white cast and it actually soaks in really well. So whereas some SPFs you can see that you've got an SPF on, this soaks in lovely. It hasn't brought me out in spots. I haven't had a chance to fully use it several times during the day reapplying it because we just haven't had the weather yet. It's very early in May and I think we've only really had 2 days that are above 15 degrees Celsius. And one of those, the sun was behind the clouds all day, and it's not the kind of day you want to be out in the sun anyway, so I'm going to, I think this agrees with my skin, but it'll be interesting to see how this is when I reapply it several times. But yeah, this is something I saw, and I was like, I'm going to buy into that. For some reason I have my Comfort Zone Tranquility Oil here. I got some free gifts. I go for regular facials every 2 months. I go for a facial. I say every 2 months. I haven't been for a while. I need to book one in next week. But years ago, I was like, I'm going to book myself a facial every 8 weeks as a treat to myself. And usually I do. And in December, I got like a free gift with I think it was shower gel, body cream, and then the oil. And if anyone has ever had the little piggies up, I might have to go and let her out for a wee. Yeah, if anyone has ever had a Comfort Zone facial, you'll know how absolutely delightful this smells. And as soon as I smell this, I am immediately transported to the treatment room on the bed, and it's absolutely lovely. I'm just going to go and let her out one moment. Okay, another new product I've got is an eye cream. I've never really been into using eye creams, but I thought I would invest in one. Did I get this free? I think I might got this free. You know when you go to Boots and they're like, spend £20 and get a free gift bag worth £35. They just put loads of stuff in, usually stuff that you won't use. But I've been trying to use this, and it's a Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced Eye Cream, suitable for sensitive skin. Hold on, Minnie's coming up. She's not too great on the stairs. I had to pick her up and show you, but she's a big gal. No. She was like, pick me up at once. Oh. There. Say hello. This, believe it or not, is Poppy's sister. As in littermate. They're from the same... Oh, you want to snuggle there? From the same litter. She's got a very big... if you're wondering why she's wearing a top, she's got a big growth on her side. It's like the size of a mango. So she has to wear this so she doesn't touch it. But oh, pardon you. She's got the same face as Poppy. Don't you? You've got the same face as her. Just very different bodies. This might be the only way I get to do this video, so so yeah, I've been using this, and it's like it's got a tint in it, and it's okay, but I tried another highly recommended one, and this is from Beauty Bay, which is where I bought this box from, and this actually had really good reviews. I looked at it wasn't La Mer, because La Mer is ridiculously expensive, but it was another Kiehl's, I think. I looked at that, but I don't think Boots had it in, so I ended up buying this all off Beauty Bay, and I got this, and it's really nice. It's actually very, very nice, and it's... What? You just... It's alright, I'll work around you. Remember when I said I was going to simplify my videos? And simplicity was the buzzword of 2024. So it's a nice thick cream. It's like it's not tinted. It's like a very creamy whitey colour. Doesn't leave a cast or anything. I can never really tell whether they're making a difference or not. I guess the idea of creams and serums isn't to reverse time, it's to slow down aging, so I'm never expecting to look younger than I am. But the idea is to keep my skin in tip-top condition. What is it? I'm busy, you know. I've got my legs crossed and she's on them. Let's see if this works. Probably not. So yeah, this is 4.8% caffeine and peptide eye treatment. Oh, took you a second. That's a good girl. And I quite like this. I think I do like to try new stuff, but this is nice. It smells a bit. How do I describe it? I know what you're thinking. You know when someone's burning stuff in their back garden and you're like, you've got a faint smell of burning stuff. That's what it's like. It's not like a barbecue smell. I've been trying to, has it got camphor in? It's got something in, and there's I can't see what it is, but there's like a slightly burnt smell. But it's not off-putting. But yeah, so I'm currently using that. Then I am slowly replacing my lip balms with Aquaphor. I love this. I had a serious lip balm addiction. Let me just move this down. Now that she's on my knee, I'm kind of sitting differently. I had a very bad lip balm addiction and have had for many, many years. And of course, you'll know if you've got the same addiction. You put it on, your lips dry out, you have to put some more on. And it's just a vicious cycle. This is the first stuff I've ever used where once it wears off, my lips don't feel painfully dry, like I need to put some stuff on. I love this stuff. It's really nice. It goes on a little bit like a gloss, but without the stickiness. And it's a lip repair. Very, very, very nice stuff. So I've got one in the bathroom and then one in the office. And I think I'm gonna get one more to replace. I've got like Vaseline in my bag, so I think I'm gonna get one for my bag. I think you're gonna have to go down. Oh, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want lip kisses. She's licking my hands. She's like, there's so much cream. It just tears everywhere. Who else's dog likes to lick cream off them? They're like, you put cream on your legs. Give me a little lick, right? Let me just put you down and say goodbye. There we go. Let's see if I can get this finished. So, my other refills. I have been using the Ordinary skincare for over a year now. Was it last May? On May 2022. Let me have a look. Let me check when I started. May 2023. So it was only last year. It was the 2nd of May that I got the text, so I would have bought them on like the 3rd or 4th, which is what the date is today. How bizarre. So I've been using proper skincare stuff for over a year now. And have I noticed a difference? Yes, I have. November 2022, and I've talked about this in a video before, I was putting retinol on my face every single night on its own. And I remember going to New York for my 40th birthday, looking in the mirror, and I'm like, I look 60 or 70. And I did. I had the skin of someone very old for several reasons. First of all, I was getting over COVID. I was actually ill for 4 solid months. So I was dehydrated. I was really ill, and I'd been just raw dogging retinol on my face. I didn't know I was going to put like other things on with it. I was just putting retinol on every single day. My skin was so dry. It was horrific. The lines were so deep. I was like, why have I got so many fine lines all of a sudden? Use retinol. I still use retinol, but now I use it properly. One of the creams I use, which I actually really like, I know there's probably like 1,000 creams out there, but I use this. It's the Ordinary Natural Moisturising Factors and Hyaluronic Acid. I really like it. It's really unoffensive. It doesn't have a smell. It doesn't break me out. I actually used, Christian was given a cream for Christmas, and it had vitamin C in, an SPF, and something else. And I thought, well, I'll try it because I was just using it up on my body. I thought I'll try it on my face. Within 2 days, I had tiny little whiteheads everywhere. This has never done this. I have to have a super light cream on my face. I really enjoy it. The only thing I would love more is if this had an SPF in. If this had an SPF in, it would be perfect. But it doesn't. But on the days where I will need an SPF in the summer, I can just use this, because this is basically a face cream with SPF in. But in the winter, or days where I'm not going to go in the sun, I will use this. So me and Christian both use this. So I bought 2 to replace them. His is cut open, you know, when you cut them open and use the stuff inside. I've still got about a quarter left, so I've replaced them. They're not expensive either. So as far as creams go, I don't think I'm going to mess around too much with finding different creams, because this just works for me. Something else we both use every morning is vitamin C. So I get this one, the ascorbyl glucoside solution 12%. I bought 2 in our little shelves. We have 1 each. So we've both just run out of this. So I just bought 2 refills of ascorbyl glucoside. Again, this is really nice. I never know whether I put this on first or my hyaluronic acid. I switch it up. I don't really think it makes that much of a difference. But after I've washed my face in the morning, I'll put this on first. Again, I would love to be able to look in the mirror and see the difference. I'm sure it might be doing something, but I'd rather stick with it than go back to just slapping retinol on my face every day. I guess the proof is I don't look in the mirror and see the skin of a 60, 70-year-old. I see my skin, which is good, because obviously when I was not using anything, I could tell how bad my skin looked, whereas now I'm like, it looks fine. I do have a lot of melasma. I'm a very freckly person. When the sun comes out, I get more. I've tried azelaic acid. It hasn't really done anything. I would never go to the lengths of getting any sort of laser treatment or anything. It doesn't bother me that much. I thought I would just try it, but I don't really think you can see in this light, but I've got like a patch here, and then when the sun comes out, it's just everywhere. So yeah, I think once I've used my azelaic acid, I'm just gonna stop using it, because I don't, that's something I definitely haven't seen a difference in. And people say that azelaic acid was the stuff that will get rid of your melasma, and it hasn't made a difference, so I probably won't waste my time with that. And then there was a kind of a deal on, so I I use hyaluronic acid, and Christian uses niacinamide. Both are totally empty now. To buy the big ones, to buy one big one of each one was more expensive than to buy two smaller ones. Plus I kind of prefer the smaller one because it kind of minimises the time where you might accidentally touch the pipette against something. So it's called the Skin Support Set. You get niacinamide 10% with zinc, and then that's the niacinamide, and then you get the hyaluronic acid. So it's exactly the same as these, just in a smaller bottle, and I bought two and it cost me less. So I'm really happy with that. I will continue using those. I always make sure that I dampen my skin before I put my hyaluronic acid on. I don't have a spray. I hate spraying water on my face. It triggers some sort of reflex. So I went for a facial last year, and there was a thing where after the end of the facial, she sprayed probably rose water or something. She sprayed rose water above my face, and the gentle rose water kind of went down in my face, and I remember just going and she was like, "Oh my god, what? And does anyone else have this? You know where you get water and spray your face? I can't breathe." I'm like, it's really bizarre because I can put my head under the shower, I can put my face fully under the shower, but if you do a light spray, I have some sort of weird gasping for air. So whenever I dampen my face with hyaluronic acid, I just wet my hands and put it over my face. Oh, one more thing, which I will not be buying again. I follow the skincare subreddits on Reddit, and this one was highly recommended. Everyone was bigging it up, and it's La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5, and it's an ultra repairing soothing balm. Now, it's very heavy, it's very nice. I don't think, mild smell, not really any perfumes or any, and I think it's just the smell of the chemicals. Very mild, very thick cream. It was nice, and it did repair my very, very dry skin that I had ruined. However, I can only use this in patches, so I can put it on my eyes or my cheeks. Anywhere on my chin I can't. So my skin is, I wouldn't say it's combination, my skin's quite dry skin actually, but if I put anything heavy on my chin specifically, I can usually get away with it anywhere else, but if I put anything on my chin remotely heavy, I get tiny little whiteheads. And I tried something years ago because I read about purging, and they're like, if you put stuff on your skin and you get spots, it's just the skin renewing, and eventually it'll stop. And I think there was a guidance of 6 weeks, and it's once 6 weeks is up, you should be fully purged. And I was going on 8 to 9 weeks, and I was like, yeah, I'm still getting spots. And I thought, this isn't purging, this is just too much for my skin. This is too much for my chin, so I can use this around. Usually I use it around there, but now I've got eye cream, so once I've used this up, I won't be purchasing it again. If you're good with heavy creams and you have very dry skin, or you're trying to repair something, I would recommend this. It's a very nice, it's almost where people put Vaseline, or everyone's putting Sudocrem on right now. This is a very, very nice heavy cream. I'll show you how heavy it is. So it's a really nice, thick cream. Kind of leaves a nice juicy residue on the back of your hand. But yeah, my skin, which I feel now after 41 years, I feel like I know my skin. It's weird that it's taken this long for me to be like, oh, it doesn't like that. All those years of torturing it in my early 20s, where I would use that St. Ives peach scrub, and I was literally scrubbing my skin off, and then you'd use some sort of spot, like acidic alcohol, really pungent spot cleaner all of your face. I just think my poor skin. Like these days now, from the off, you're like, use this gentle cream. You know, as a teenager, here's a beautiful array of gentle creams. When I was a teenager, it's like you scrub your skin off with peach scrub, and then you use this like practically pure alcohol on a cotton pad, and then pop into your mum's room and just use whatever is left in the Nivea pot. And that was my skincare as a child, or as a teen. And yeah, I don't think I've ever actually had a skincare routine until I hit 40, so I am very, very late to the party. I have used creams, but never properly. Like, I've never done cleansing and toning and then a cream, and it's like, I am very, very late, so I'm hoping that sticking with something every day will help. And that is it. That is my video. That is my hauls and what I am getting rid of and what I'm not replacing. Yeah, I'm going to end the video now, rather than sitting here and waffling on and continuing talking for another probably 20 minutes, which will happen. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all for coming back and watching my videos and understanding that I can't upload weekly. I'm getting into it. I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to end it. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.